All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakak, Kodash. And I would like to give double honors, glory to Yahweh. I would like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the 1/3, pushing us 100% truth across the four winds so we can see the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, as the title reads, they use our Bible for inspiration. Okay, and this lesson is inspired all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. I came across this in particular picture of an old TV show that I used to watch, and actually, let me share my screen. Okay, and you know what? Let's make it full screen. All right, so I want to share my screen, and I want to show you what I came across. Now, as a child, I used to watch this TV show called Power Rangers. Okay, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, I want to say last week's, or we have weekly tests. So we go into in particular books, and we go over what we read. Reading assignments and weekly test assignments to keep us up on our knowledge of our biblical history. Okay, our history. And with reading, I saw this, and immediately it made me think about Exodus, the 25th chapter. Okay, now I'm going to read Exodus 25, but before I do, let's get Wisdom of Solomon 7. All right, and this just further proves that our wisdom, which was one commanded to rest on us, it flows through all things. And I also have an article to pull up to show you as well that Esau Edom admits that he uses our Bible for writing tips and ideas. Okay, and there's many examples that we can use, but I will narrow it down just to a few. Pretty much whatever the Spirit hits me. But there's so many times where we see something in a movie, that is either a parable, okay, that was written as a parable, a situation. There's so many examples, and I'm just using this one as an example. Like I said, we recently had an Exodus test, and if you're familiar with the book of Exodus, not only does it go into our deliverance, but it also goes into the when what was given to Moses, how to build a tabernacle, the priestly garments, even the Ark of the Covenant, things of that nature. And these scriptures that we read and preach and understand, Esau Edom takes them and makes movies out of them. Look right here, this is spirit right here to the right. What's that say? Moloch. All right, Starla Moloch, Molech. See the fire. So I mean, it's very spiritual. So let's get this real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 24, and it reads, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness." So wisdom is found in the Bible, okay? And within that, people take this wisdom that's only found in the Bible, and then they, to their understanding, uses it, to break down what they see. So now that I said that, let's get right into it. So we're going to go to Exodus. I'm going to show you something very spiritual, which proves that Esau Edom, all right, takes our history, takes our culture, and twists it, adds a little Hollywood effect to it. But all these things are based around our wisdom and our heritage. Okay, so let's read this. All right, it says this is going into what was given to Moses, all right, and pertaining to our tabernacle, pertaining to the holies of holies. Okay, so watch how spiritual this is. All right, and I also have on deck to further prove, and I'll show you, they have whole articles of this. Look at what it says. Using the Bible for writing ideas. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that, but let's read this first. Exodus 25 and 22, and it says, actually, I'll start up. This says it, but let's just get, I don't want to start up too far. Okay, this is Exodus 25 and 16. "And thou shalt put in the ark of the testimony, which the ark is made out of shittim wood, which shittim wood is also known as a acacia tree or a kia tree. It's like ACCAIE, but the wood that was used for the Ark of the Testimony, that wood today is known to be resistant to decay, and it's meant to be made it's great for furniture. So it's beautiful when you read the scriptures and then you go into even the things that were used, like when Noah was told to use gopher wood. Well, there's a reason behind it. The Lord just didn't say that. So even with the ark made out of shittim wood, if you go into actually the benefits of shittim wood, well, one of them is resistant to decay, and we know that we have the ark here today on the earth, okay, which is hidden. So, anyways, and thou shalt put into it the ark of the testimony, which I shall give thee. Oh, and mind you, you have a movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark, which Esau Edom tried to replicate it in the movie, and then those wicked Temanites, they got burned alive. You see, so he's always using the Bible, all right, our Bible, what I would like to emphasize, as ideas for movies today. Okay, so I just want to hold this. We'll put that, and there's actually the name of the Most High that's on the ark, or on this. Let me see. I'll get to it. Let's keep reading. I'll get to it. The Spirit will have it come out if you brothers aren't familiar with it. It says, which I shall give thee, and thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half. There shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half of the breadth thereof. So he's given the length, width, the dimensions. Okay, and thou shalt make 2 cherubs of gold of beaten work. Shall thou make them, and the 2 ends of the mercy seat. So one on this end and one on that end, right? And make 1 cherubim on one end and the other cherub on the other end, even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubs on the 2 ends thereof, and the cherubs shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another toward the mercy seat. Shall the face of the cherubs be? Here it comes. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. Watch this. And there will I meet with thee, and will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubs which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I will give thee, and the commandment unto the children of Israel. So right here, all right, it's being told, I will meet. Hey, that's the spirit, brother. Shalom. Lord's will, I'm gonna bring up that precept. So right here, we're being given the breakdown of how Yahweh Shemel Shai wants this ark of the testimony created, and upon this mercy seat, you're gonna have a cherub on the left and a cherub on the right, and in the middle, he will meet with thee. Right now, let's go look at this. Now let's go here. Right here in this show, Power Rangers. Like I said, we just did this test, as being spiritual men through the Spirit, we look at all things with different eyes. Now, without reading the Bible, without having the Spirit, this would just look like a regular TV show. But now, with the understanding, Yahweh Shemel Shai waking us up, okay, you can clearly see. Now, I want to see if this will give me a full picture. It's just this lesson is just a spiritual analogy, further proving, that they use our Bible for inspiration. Now, I really wanted to make this larger. It doesn't matter, but you brothers see it. Look, so on a spiritual level, here's the mercy seat. Here's 1 cherub. Here's the other cherub. Here's the priesthood, and there's what you would be Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is exactly what we just read in Exodus 25. He said, you'll have 1 cherub on this end, 1 cherub on that end, and I will meet with thee above the mercy seat. And when I saw that, I said, hey, man, that's the scriptures, you see? So it's showing you right here, where do you think Esau got this idea? Where do you think he gets these ideas? Well, the brother posted a precept, which is the spirit, because I was thinking of that same precept. All right, so let's go to First Maccabees. Okay. Let's get First Maccabees. This is the spirit, okay, that Esau Edom is in unto this very day. Okay. And there's so many more examples. I'm just using this one, all right, because I was inspired through the Spirit. So this is First Maccabees 3:48, and it reads, "And laid open the book of the law, the Bible, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images." So if Esau Edom had it in his spirit at one point in time to take our book and then put himself in it, how much more fast forward today to take our book and then make a movie on what he finds in it? You see? So that's all he's doing. He reads parables. Okay, like a great example. Uh, when you go to Matthew's, okay, when you go to Matthew's in 14. Now I'm not gonna read it, but I'm just going to explain it. If you're familiar with this parable, or is it, you know what? It's maybe it's is it Matthew's 14? Um, where what do I want? I want the parable of the wedding. You know what? This is what I'll put in. This is what I'll put in. Many are called. That's how. I'm thinking of 14. It might not be Matthew's. Let's see. Oh, 24 and 22 and 14. Salakia. Okay, so I had the verse right, not the chapter. Salakia. Okay, so Matthew's 22. Watch this. I'm going to just give you a quick example. All right, we're not going to stay long on it, but on a spiritual level, you can see it. So when you go to Matthew's 22, there's a parable. Okay, Esau takes parables and makes movies out of them. Look, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king which made a marriage for his son. Now you have this marriage, and so in a nutshell, you had people that were called, people that didn't want to go. All right, and basically you had someone at the wedding that wasn't invited. Because watch, Matthew's 22, right here, Matthew's 22 and 11. When the king came in to see the guests, the wedding, and the guests, they were all invited. He saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment, and he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to his servant, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Now we know the proper breakdown, all right, of what this means. But a heathen, but when Esau reads this, so he reads about a parable about a wedding being established, and then there being a guest that's at the wedding, but ultimately that guest wasn't invited. So what would that guest be? What would this guest be? He would be what they call today a wedding crasher. And what did they do? They came out with a movie called Wedding Crashers. Where do you think they got inspired? But they make a comedic twist. They make you fall in love with these men. So today, Jake, 2/3 of you are wedding crashers, okay? But Esau Edom takes these parables, takes these precepts, takes these scriptures, and uses them for ideas of his movies. You see? So look at this. It says, watch this. I find lots of short story ideas in the Bible. Right there. So the parable of the wedding, all right, what he took out of it, okay, was the aspect of a wedding crasher that makes a comedic relief, and people, oh, this movie's amazing. You see? So if at one point he took our Bible and put himself in it, well, fast forward today, he took our Bible and took our history out of it and put a Hollywood twist on it. You see? It says, I find a lot of short story ideas in the Bible. That's why a lot of superheroes are found in the Bible. Okay. You got Flash like Elijah, Aquaman as Noah, Superman as Moses. What the hell's his name from the X-Men? Which all the X-Men. What the hell's his name? Nightcrawler as morphing, like when Yahweh Shai morphed, all right, or disappeared. You see, and it says the copyright has expired, so you are in no danger. Actually, you are in danger because this Bible is a book of blessings and a book of cursings. You see, and that's why Esau Edom now is cursed under the ordinance of the Bible because he's taken it into his hand. All right. So look, it says, I agree that the Bible can be very rich source of ideas. This doesn't just apply to fiction writers. A blogger could adapt a biblical parable. See, that's the spirit. A biblical parable as a anecdotal style part of a blog post, for instance. And so, like, I do not know what this word means. So let's just copy and paste that. I probably butchered the pronunciation. Let's just see real quick. What does it say? Let's see. How do you pronounce anecdotal, which means not necessarily true or reliable. See? So he'll take the Bible and he won't use it fully, like he made the movie about Noah. But then he added in these weird rocks and this. That's because he's not fully using the Bible, but he's using pieces of the Bible. Oh, like it says, here a little and there a little. This is how he does it on the left hand side. He'll use here a little bit and there a little bit. You see? Um, let's see. It says ideas from biblical characters. The Bible is full of fascinating characters. Some are heroic, others are villains, Esau, Edom, and many occupy the intriguing gray area in between. Good men who do something awful, Moses who kills a man, Peter who denies knowing Yahushai, or cowards who find courage, Jonah who tries to run away from the Most High. Look, it goes down. If you struggle to come up with characters for your fiction, why not pick one of the people in the Bible? Here are some to start off with. Peter, one of the disciples, hot-headed and impulsive, but truly loves Yahushai. They're literally taking our Bible, and this is actual history that they're taking, and they're using these men as characters today with a twist. Judas, oh, what am I thinking of? Cypher from Matrix. It says the disciple who betrayed Yahushai. Interesting for any story about a traitor within a close knit group. They always have that. Was not Cypher a traitor in a close knit group of in the Matrix that were people that were awoke and they were trying to save their people, the children of Zion. Paul wrote many of the letters in the New Testament. Radical conversion to cause he'd formerly hated. Daniel and friends, Book of Daniel, sticking to what they believed despite persecution and death threats. So look at this, ideas of parables. In the gospel, Yahushai tells lots of parables, and we just read one. All right, just like the parable of the wedding, and then they had an uninvited guest who ultimately gets outed in the movie The Wedding Crashers. He gets outed, punched in his face, right? So where do you think they got the idea from? Do I have actual proof that I can have the guy say, yes, I use Matthew's 22? No, but on a spiritual aspect, Matthew's 22, 1 through 14 is literally where they got the idea of Wedding Crashers. When you go into Zordon, right here, the idea for this scene is literally found Exodus 25 and 22. Then we're going right here where they're telling you we're using the Bible. So I'm there. So whoever created the Power Rangers used the Bible. Okay. And it says in the Gospels, Yahushua tells a lot of parables to his disciples and to various crowds. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines parable as usually short, fictitious story that illustrates a moral attitude or religious principle. Boom. Man, you can't tell me, man. It says you can find a list of Yahushua's parables here. Look, see? So I'm not going to really go into it because, I mean, we get it. Okay, look, the unmerciful servant, the prodigal son, the wicked husbandman. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot in here of them exposing, their inspiration. And since I said that, let's go to 2 Peter's 1. Okay, let's go to 2 Peter's 1. This shows you that Esau Edom, he needs Jake for any form of salt, entertainment, edifying, with a twist. 2 Peter's 1, real quick. All right. So 2 Peter's 1 and 21. It says, start at 20. It says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. Right. But what he will do is he will look at the Bible and he will make a private interpretation to make a movie, to make a TV show. You see, to make a movie or to make a TV show. Both these two small examples. All right. Here's an example of something he used from the Old Testament. Here's something he used from the New Testament, because those are his private interpretations to make some money, to make a couple dollars, to be signed for a couple seasons, or to bewitch you. And it says, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. You see? So the inspiration that men got was through Yahweh Bashim El Shai. But then after these men were inspired, after they wrote them down, Esau came just like he did in the Greeks, laid open these books, and instead of painting the likeness of his image, he took out the story, he took out the history, and then made himself his own fictional short story, TV show, or movie out of that. So Esau is inspired by the Bible, which means the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. You see? So he finds creative ideas out of our biblical history of men that were moved by the Holy Spirit. Okay, let's get this in Psalm 68. All right. That's why Esau came up with a movie called What If Black People Left Earth? And they basically said, we'll be through. There'll be nothing. There will be no entertainment. There will be no inspiration. It'll be bland. It will be blah. It will be gray. Psalms 68. So for all these people that, oh, the Bible don't exist. Well, why does major writers, novels, movies, stories, history, TV shows, why do they use the Bible to come up with these TV shows and movies that people fall in love with? You see, Psalm 68 and 11, the Lord gave the word, great was the company of those that published it. And you know what proves that? Like now, you have great publishers and novel writers, but a lot of their inspiration came from the Bible. But you'll call these men great. Stephen King, what the hell's his name? Sharmalat. I mean, the list goes on. You brothers know the great directors, the great novelists. They all get their inspiration from the Bible. Okay, and so much they even come up with movies of the Bible. Noah, the Commandments, all of that. Okay, that Samson, all of it. They come up with movies and they come up with superheroes based off the Bible. The Lord gave Psalm 68 and 11. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. You see, so great were those of them that published it, and that's what you have today. Okay, and this is why certain things are hidden from man, all right, because of the taintness they will do with it. And let's get a good example. Let's get an account. Don't you know that yes, men are moved by the Spirit to write things, but the Most High also makes these men that were moved in the Spirit to hide things. Okay, because Esau, Edom, all right, the devil who's wiser than Daniel will taint, and desecrate, these wise words of wisdom. Okay, and we have many examples. Here it is. We get a parable, about this wedding that we're partaking in for our salvation. Esau reads it, laughs, and then makes a movie called Wedding Crashers, where forget the people that were invited. Let's talk about the man that was binded who wasn't invited. You see, this is 2nd Ezra 14 and 37. So I took the 5 men as he commanded me and went into the field and remained there. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Esdras, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank, and when I had drank of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast. See? So this is what happened to Esdras, but Esau Edom will even take things like this and make a movie out of it. Like he's got a movie called Death Becomes Her, where she drinks this potion and now she becomes this figure of youth. What is that? That's that, you're drinking the living water, okay? The living water, all right? He uses the Bible in so many ways to come up with different movies and ideas. For my spirit strengthened my memory. Oh, where do you think they get the movie Limitless from? Okay. Lucy. Okay. And these are just small. There's so many examples. I mean, it goes on and on and on. But now in this truth, eating the roll, continuing to eat the roll, the Spirit supping with us when we see things. All right, we dissect it and filter it with the scriptures, and then it's like, hey, that's literally out the Bible. And he openly admits, yes, I get writing ideas from the Bible. Okay. And it says, and I took it and drank it. Oh, I read this. It says, and my mouth was opened and shut no more. The highest gave understanding unto the five men, and they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread. As for me, I spake in the day, and held not my tongue by night. And 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled, they got a movie called 40 Days and 40 Nights. Literally, matter of fact, I think it's with like Pierce Bronson or something. Let me see. Watch this. And I'm telling you, man, this guy gets everything from the scriptures. 40 days. Yep, look at this. Look at this. See? Well, that's 2002. There's one even before that. All right, look, 40 Days and 40 Nights. Where's he get that from? And even before that, there's another 40 days and 40 nights. But where's he get that from? He gets it from the Bible. You see? So, anyways, going back, it's plain. Proof's in the pudding. All right, it says the second Ezra 14 and 45, and it says, and it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and the unworthy may read it. So Esau Edom, being a part of the unworthy, now he can read the Bible, okay? But he takes things from the Bible and makes movies out of it. But he doesn't give credit to the Bible. He doesn't give credit like, I'd like to thank God. I read Matthews and was inspired. No, he acts as if he came up with it by himself. The first that thou written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it, but keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountains of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so. So there you go. Okay, the Bible tells you how, the men that were inspired, it was books of wisdom and knowledge. All right, and also tells you that these same writings were also given to the unworthy, and they were inspired. But these are the things that they come up with. You see, these are the things they come up with when they read it. You see, this is literally Exodus 25 and 22. Okay, Esau Edom is inspired by our book as well. Raiders of the Lost Ark, right here. And let's see if we can get the poster. It's one of them. I know it's one of them, and it has the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai in it. Where is it? Let me see. Maybe, you know what? Let's see. Let's put Ark. Let's put face mail. Let's see. No, that's not the one I want. I just want to show you, brothers. They got the Hebrew on there. Let's just put Hebrew. Let's put Hebrew. Let's see what comes up. Okay, right here. Right here. This is in the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. Look at right here. You see? Look at this. There's the Yahweh. Yah-ha-wah. You see, this is all Hebrew. Okay? This is all Hebrew. All right? You got the M. So this is ma-I-la. Ma-la. See, so he got it right here. Qua-da-sha-shai. You see, this is all Hebrew. There's the menorah, and right there is the name. Right there's the name. Okay? And he made a movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark, will make you fall in love with Esau Edom's nosy, pillaging ass, and makes you think it's cool to go into places and steal historical things, okay? And that's what this movie was based upon. They rebuilt the ark, and then when they did, it burnt their ass up, you see? So I just wanted to do a lesson on it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and I just wanted to show y'all brothers, a couple quick examples in the world and realm of movies, and how he takes things from the Bible and to make these movies, you see? So, Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters were edified and moved through the spirit as I was. Check the comment board. You got brothers posting precepts as well. Salakia wasn't able to get to them. Salakia brothers, but check the comment board. There's more precepts to correlate with the lesson. Okay, and Adon Ratazah, you were edified as I was, and I just like to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rachak, Kodash. With that being said, Shalom.